Thank you for watching Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and on today's episode, we're going to be looking at the second video of getting started becoming a master hacker by Occupy the Web. Enjoy. All right, I'm back. Um, I have been really busy. I got a new position at the community college here in where I live, and it has been challenging. Um, I'm only teaching first semester, but whoever said the first semester is easy to teach um, doesn't realize that if you haven't looked at first semester material, I mean that's the first stuff you ever look at. So if you haven't looked at it for a long, I'd say 10, 15 years, then everything is a refresh. So you have to go all the way back and you have to refresh everything because it's not fresh in your mind. Literally, it's called a refresh for a reason, and that's what I have been doing. And I haven't had time to make any videos. Man, I have been swamped. I'm getting my master's degree from Boise State Online and in cyber operations and resilience, which is a great program. I recommend you guys look at that. And so I'm doing master's program, and then I'm also creating instruction material in for my new job as a electrical engineering technologies instructor. And so it has nothing to do with cyber. So it's all electrical stuff from my first degree that I ever got in my life, and it's been a while since I've gone over it. So I'm basically, like I said, having to, have no time. And then on top of that, I'm creating instructions and lectures, and I'm also refreshing at the same time. Then I'm doing my master's. So I mean, I am just totally busy. But my passion bring me back to make this video. I was like, I need to make a video, man. It's been too long. And I think we're just gonna pick up from where we left off on the last video. I'm gonna do actually a couple videos. I'm gonna make a couple videos right now and upload them. One today, and then I guess one on Wednesday or whatever. So I'll have at least 2 videos. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. If you guys are wondering, like, where's all those videos? Where's the next video? But I've got tons of material that you guys can just go through and just look at. I also want to do another video on a colleague's book that he just wrote, and it's uploaded on Amazon, and it's a networking book, and it goes into subnetting and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna make that video until the summer, when I have because I have the summer off. So I'm gonna be making a ton of content in the summer, reviewing a lot of books. And I think where I want to go with this is I've been getting a lot of feedback on my videos saying that they just started college in cyber, and they just picked up a book, and they like like the video, and they're glad somebody did a video on it. So I think I'm gonna try to find a lot of these college books that I mean, I'm already doing that, but for my college. But a lot of other colleges, they use different books, right? And then you got to remember too, a lot of those college books are really just dry, and these books that I'm doing are kind of fun. So well, anyways, I'm back. Let's get this started. I'm gonna start up my virtual machine, and then we'll start reading through here and see what's going on with everything. Alright, so where did we leave off last time? So I think we left off downloading Windows 7, and I either downloaded it or I already had it. I can't remember. So let's just keep going. All right, passive reconnaissance. So listen closely and intently to your enemy. They will tell you everything you need to know to defeat them. Master OTW. So, I don't know what the heck that is. Master OTW. Who's that? Is that ain't Star Wars, is it? Um, because that's in the Book of the Five Rings, or the other book. Man, what's the other book? I just saw it yesterday. The Art of War. Anyways, okay, look. So many on this path to becoming a master hacker tend to discount the need to do information gathering or reconnaissance. These newbies, I don't want to use that term of disparagement, but as a descriptor, will begin as newbies. You can call them newbies or you can call them BGs. We used to call people BGs, beginning G's. Growing up, we used to be like, man, shut up, BG. All right. Noobs, anything you want to call them. Want to rush right into attacking a target system, the master hacker understands that the more they know about the target, the better their chances of success. As I mentioned earlier in Chapter 3 on the hacker process, reconnaissance may take up to 90% of the entire project time, and in some cases, months. This chapter will focus on gathering information about our target from publicity available sources. These techniques are often termed passive reconnaissance because the hacker gathers information without interacting with the target. Some people also refer to this as open source intelligence, OSINT. All of the information comes from third-party sources who have already gathered the information about our target. The information you gather in this stage depends upon the target. The target is a website. You want to If the target is a website, you want to know as much about the technologies behind the website as possible. If the target is a domain, you want to know as much about the domain as possible. If the target is a person, you want to know as much about the person as possible, right? It would be impossible to include all the passive reconnaissance techniques, so we will limit ourselves to a few here: Google hacking, Netcraft, Shodan, DNS, and POF. For additional passive reconnaissance techniques, go to www.hackersarise.com, and that's this guy's website, right? All right, so I've done a video on Google hacking. Guess you go check that video out. It's a good video. I've done some videos on Shodan, I think, or at least talking about it. But we've done all this, okay? So it's gonna be easy for us, and for the first timers, just follow along. Okay, hacking Google. As we all know, Google operates the most widely used internet search engine on the planet. Google crawls nearly every web page of every website and builds a massive database of all the information it gathers. Most people then use Google's database to search by keywords for articles relevant to the subject of their inquiry. Google then retrieves the most relevant website based upon its algorithm. The PageRank algorithm, named for Larry Page, one of Google's founders, which prioritizes the articles. What few know is that Google has particular keywords and operators that can assist you in extracting precise. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn my fish's lights on. All right. Google hacking keywords. Okay, let me see. Where were we at? From extraordinary database. As hackers, the Google database may yield information about potential targets that could prove invaluable in including passwords. Yep, let's take a look at a few of these keywords and what they do. Google hacking keywords. Please note that Google keywords require a colon between the keywords and the terms, such as in title, hackers arise. Although far from an exhaustive list, here are some of the more widely used Google keywords. Align anchor. If you use the align anchor keyword, Google restricts you to search your search to those pages that have all the terms you are looking for in the anchor of the page. Align text. If you use align text, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up my firewall now. All right. If you use align text, Google restricts your let me see. Google restricts your search to those pages have that have all of the search terms you specify in your text of the page. Align title. If you use the align title keyword, Google restricts your search to those pages that have all of the search terms you specify in the title page. Align URL. If you use align URL keyword, Google restricts your search to those pages that have all the search terms in your terms you specify in the URL of the page. File type. If you use the file type keyword, Google restricts your search to those pages that have the file type you specify. I mean, and so on, right? For instance, if you search for Adobe PDF file, you could use the file type PDF. In Acre. If you use the in Acre keyword, Google restricts your search to those pages that have search terms you specify in the anchor of the page. In text, if you use the in text keyword, Google restricts your search to those pages you have in the search terms you specify in the text of the page. In title, if you use the in title keyword, Google restricts your search to those. Let me see. When is this? Yeah, this started up. See if I have. Let's see if I have. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I have internet. Sometimes I have to restart this, and oh no, just terrible. Come on. It's whack. Let's restart this bad boy. I'm gonna restart this. All right, where we at? In URL. If you use the in URL, so you see, if we use these are just the different Google commands, okay, for Google Dorking. It's called Google Dorking, and I think literally I did a video just on Google Dorking from this book, and I used all these. Okay, so if you use link, when you use a link, follow after URL, Google shows you all the sites that link back to the specified URL, and that's a good one to use. If you use the site keyword, Google restricts your search to the site or domain you specify. Okay, and we can play with this. We'll play with this right now. Google hacking examples. Let's look at some examples on how we can use Google hacking to find relevant websites and files. As you know, many firms store important financial and other information in Excel files. We could use a simple Google hack that looks for Excel file type .xls or .xlsx. File type. Let's copy that, right? So we'll copy. That's why I like this new one. And we can get a bit more selective and combine Google keywords. So let's do this. Let's no, let's not do that. Let's go to see if we've got our we need to see if I can get internet up back and running on my Kali Linux. I'm also gonna open up my. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Let's just go to. Let's see if this is started yet. Man, why can't I view this? Alright, so that's started. Let's see if I can get on the internet yet. Uh. Come on, YouTube. Alright, perfect. So I can get on here. Let's go to Google. Oh, yeah, see, search the word Google. So I'm going to paste. Oh, that probably would work too. So here's the command, file type XLS. Let's leave that up there for a second and then see what it wants us to do. We can get a bit more selective and combine Google keywords to look for Excel files in the government sites by using the keyword site with the top level domain.gov that have the word contact in their URL. This yields web pages that have contact lists from government agencies, possible treasure trove for social engineering, file type, URL, government in URL contact. If we were looking for an Excel file with email addresses, let's try this one. I don't recommend messing with the government in any kind of way. But we're going to use his example right here and see what we get. Okay. So this is Google. Remember, I have to backtrack all this because when I copy from my book, it pastes the damn title. Obviously, for some reason, I just can't. I'm gonna try to fix that, but right now, do that. Nothing happened, right? Did not match any documents. And we could just change this to paid. We could change this to classified. Nothing. We could just change this to help. Huh, nothing, huh? They won't give us nothing. Mike. Just put nothing. This is Google right here. Obviously, nothing came out on that one. Let's keep looking. Alright. If I were looking for an Excel file with the email addresses, I might use the following list. Many PHP applications are. What did that get? Gave him something? Alright, let's try this. Oh, shoot. Copy. Let's go to Cali. Peace. That out. Give us something. Not a robot. Ah, come on. Bicycles. So it gave us something. So file type XLS in URL email. Okay, so somebody's emails here. Monty College executive emails. Oh man, we don't want to download nothing. Shoot. I didn't know that was a doc. Damn it. Anyways, so give us some stuff here. You guys want to be careful with downloading any files. Some of these are setups, and you will download some malicious stuff. But and these are all Excel sheets. Let's look at this one and see what it did. Nah, I'm not gonna open that. Anyways, I mean, it works. You can explore, but explore at your own risk, right? I don't I don't want to open or download any files anywhere, anytime, because I've already learned. All right, many PHP applications are vulnerable in SQL injection. See Chapter 12 and other attacks. We can look for these type of web applications with in URL index PHP ID. That's another one you can copy. Some other Google hacks that might yield interesting results are in title, site administration, please log in. Oh man, let's try that one, see what happens. It might yield cool results, huh? Oh, I'll give it something. So you got to get real slick and creative with this. You know what I'm saying? This is all about research and reconnaissance, right? So you got to kind of use your brain and get creative and go, you know what, you know, this is actually exploit DB. So in title, so somebody gave this up, some kind of this command is already known and stuff. This Google Dork command, site administration, please log in. So, and if you know how a lot of places work, then you can let's see what this does. Oh, this is HTTP as well. See, you got to be careful. This could be a setup too, right? Log in. This is probably just trying to collect login passwords. It's another HTTP, and you know, I mean, I guess. Oh, here's a web test, cybersecurity web test site. I mean, this Google Dorks. So this is actually, you can get on here and test some stuff. This one's Japanese. Yeah. So I mean, they're already on all this stuff, right? But you can explore it, see what's going on. Right? I'll give you some IP addresses. All right, let's go to the next thing. And this is just going to be a little quick 30-minute video, just to get back in the mix and, you know, explore some of this Google Dorking, right? Effectively finding unsecure webcams is one of the more fun aspects of Google hacks. The following list shows some of these effective hacks for finding vulnerable webcams. See, network web cameras. Let's try this one. IntelliLine network web camera. I want to try that one. So let's see if we can get that one to work. Man, come on now. Come on now. Oh, look. All right, let's check this first one, see what they got. Got a little camera or something. Network camera. So apparently you can move this camera. This is a network camera. You can move the camera up and down and all kinds of stuff. Obviously it's got a little time delay. Wonder what that is. Alright, let's see what else. IP network camera, made in China.com. Nope. Don't want to do that one. Network. So these are just network cameras they're selling. IP network camera. I think that's another camera they're selling. Network camera. So it's going to pull up a lot of stuff, but this top one was an actual camera, right? pan, tilt, view, wide focus, and I don't know what this was. Probably a vulnerable camera that's you can actually access. Huh. You gotta remember, there's been a lot of cybersecurity done, and a lot of the people are not. What the heck? Mobile phone network camera, Instagram. Nope. URL. Network camera. Exploit DB. So yeah, just explore and see if there's any gate-facing network cameras that you can control or look at. There's a lot of street cameras. Let's try this one. What is this? Is it the same one? I could move it. I don't know about that one. It's a network camera. Then you can even get more specific and stuff. So I mean, and you got to remember, yeah, like I said, cybersecurity. There's a lot of protection now, a lot of awareness now. Google dorks are innumerable and have some people, such as Johnny Long, specializing in developing effective Google dorks. Look that up, Johnny Long. Long has written a couple of books on the subject. Another good source for Google dorks is the exploit database. Now you guys know about the exploit database, right? Where it has a lot of it, all the common exploits and stuff. I guess here's Google dorks, and I already have that saved. Let's see, simple planning, simple online planning tool. Is this a program? Simple online planning tool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyways, exploit database exploitdb.com. Look that up. When you click on the GHDB tab, it opens. Here we can find thousands of Google dorks. Okay, hold up. And click on the GHDB. What the fudge? Let's go over here and click on the GHDB. Where's the GHDB? Right here. Dork. Google hacking database. Man, this is a good one. This one has all the Google hacking. I actually use this to do a project from a master's class where I had to use Google dorks to do Google dorking on some stuff, and I use this database to do it. So inroad title 117. I mean, there's just a lot of resources out there. Okay. We can find thousands of Google dorks. We can be very specific about the kind of dorks we're seeking. For instance, if we're targeting WordPress websites, we'd enter the keywords WordPress in search windows, and the site would display all the Google dorks relevant to WordPress built websites, and the world's most popular content management system for building websites. I don't know if it still is, but I mean, it's got a lot of vulnerabilities too. Among many Google dorks we find here is a more complex one that combines several phrases. Let me look up, see how many minutes I got left. We're just going to do some Google dorks on this, and then we'll go. File type, SQL, in-text, password, Okay, let's try that one. Let's try a couple of these bad boys. See what we get. Since he's throwing them out here, might as well try them. Let's see what we get. So this one, we're gonna look for a file type, SQL, in-text, and then password or anything with password in it. And you gotta be careful clicking on any of this stuff. Hash password. You know, this is all GitHub and stuff, so this is probably fine, but just be careful when you're clicking on any of this stuff, and then be careful what you're looking at. All right, let's see. When we use this dork, we find several websites. When we click on one, we find the following. As you can see, we're able to find SQL scripts that started inserted users and passwords in the database. As we can scan through the script, we find numerous username and password pairs. These should make hacking these accounts pretty simple, right? So, um, if you're looking for, can you see where this is headed? If you're targeting some place, something, somewhere, you have the target. Let's say you're targeting CompTIA or something, or let's just say, and um, or let's say you're targeting a lower level target, right? You can add their names to all of these Google Dork commands and see what information you get. You're doing recon, right? And this is just scouring the Google um, we- um, page, the Google web search engine, right? All right, Google Google hacking summary. Google hacking summary is a key skill. Google hacking is a key skill that every hacker should be aware of and master. In many cases, it can yield information on targets that may save us hours or even days in exploiting targets. As we continue to expand on information gathering techniques, keep in mind that you are unlikely to use all of these techniques in one project. Each project is unique and you will need to customize your information gathering techniques on the target. It is also important to note that that we are using publicly available information that does not require we touch the domain of the website of the potential target, and thereby trigger some alert by intrusion detection systems, IDSs, or other security devices as we are gathering information. In this chapter, I'll introduce you to more techniques for gathering information on your target from publicly available sources. So that was it. So we're doing Google Dorking. So let me go back and see what we learned. Okay. So Google Dorking is part of passive reconnaissance. Okay. So to break this down, now there's a lot of references. There's the MITRE attack frame and all this stuff. It's fine. But to break this down, can you imagine when I look at it like this? I look at it like war. Okay. Now, can you imagine that you are in command of some units, okay? And you're in battle, and you're the commander, and you have about 100 men, right? Battalion or whatever it's called, and or a squad. It doesn't matter. And you know the enemy is a little bit away from you, right? So you need to gather intelligence on that target, right? What do? You send out a scout. Okay, and that scout goes out and gathers information on the target. How many there is, what forms they're using in their battle. I mean, what kind of hardware they have, tanks, and all that stuff, right? And so it's the same thing, reconnaissance. It's that's the word. You send recon to go and gather intelligence on the enemy and bring it back. So the scout's gonna go scout it out, come back, bring you back information that helps you fight the battle. Okay, there's no difference. So passive reconnaissance only means that, like this book says, you're doing recon on the target, but it's passive because you're not actually touching its networks or doing anything illegal. This is all legal to Google Dorking, depending on who you're doing it to, though. Okay. Now, I mean, it's a gray line if you're doing it to. It's a gray line, okay, because you're still exploiting vulnerabilities, right? But I mean, it's totally legal. It's out there. It's their fault for having their stuff there. But that's neither here nor there. And then it depends on what you do with the information. If you're taking this information and you're doing terrible things with it that are illegal, then it's illegal, right? But passive reconnaissance. So it is you're using all these Google commands, and you got to remember these Google commands were put in by Google for their administrators and stuff like that. I don't think it says that in here, but I mean, this is part of Google's like administrative, or just not even administrative. I'm sorry, probably just more advanced searches. That's it. So it's I mean, I'm sure administrators use it too, but it's just more advanced searches on Google. That's it. And so, um, how would we use this? Okay, that's for you to get creative, right? I use this in my master's class a couple assignments ago, and we had a target where we had to gather information on them. The problem is that doing it in a class setting like that, or for a master's class, you have like 2 days to do it. Sometimes reconnaissance, like he says in this book, takes months. All right, especially if you're doing it right. So if I have a target, and let's say the target is a person, I'm going to be doing a lot of different reconnaissance on that person. I'm going to look at his or her Facebook. I'm going to be using Google Dorking. I'm going to be trying to find if there's any documents or anything, and you will find things. Or a business. Let's say it's a business and a person. Let's say it's a combination of a person. Your target is a person and a business. That's even better. You're going to get way more information, because if they own a business, they're going to be uploading. There's going to be documents out there on something, okay, on them. Information is king. And that's why this Google Dorking is so cool, because you're taking the number one information provider in the world, I would say, and you're using advanced searches to find information for you and your targets or target, right? And if you do a lot of research, like you said, that guy wrote a book. Buy his book, Larry Page, or not Larry Page, John something, whatever he said his name was. Let me just go look. Look for his book and see. Use the exploit database, exploit DB, and see what you can find. What was this? Johnny Long. Let's see, Johnny Long books. Let's see if we can find some about Johnny Long books. Anyways, so do that, and this is what we're using that Google Dorking right? Is we're trying to find information. Hold on, let me try to see if I can find some Johnny Long books. Maybe I'll do a review on that book, Johnny Long. Google Dorking book. See what I can come up with. Nothing. I'll do some research on that. It's all about research, right? Okay, then so we learned that you can get on the exploit DB database, and it's got everything, man. It's got exploits. You should explore this if you have time. Explore that website and see if you can find any Google Dorking commands. And here's another command right here: passwords. That one worked, but just be careful when exploring stuff, and don't download stuff. You're gonna download a virus. These people, there's hackers out there that they know that you're gonna use these commands, and so they set up stuff that to download that's got malware on it. Okay, I mean, that's just common sense. But that was it. Google Dorking is really cool. It's fascinating, and a lot of people are incorporating it into the curriculum now, and out of books like that. And I've had a lot of fun with Google Dorking. I've explored it for days and days and stuff like that. But like I said, I don't have any targets, right? I don't, unless I'm doing an assignment or something. But you can make something up. You can just make up a go to ChatGPT and say, hey ChatGPT, give me a fictional target or something. Or you can just make up a fictional target in your imagination, and then start playing around with it. Um, just be very careful, but it's a lot of fun. So that was today. We're just gonna do some Google dorking, and then I guess the next video I'm gonna be doing this a series. So next video we'll go on to more of the passive reconnaissance, like tools and stuff. I think this has us do netcraft next. Yeah, netcraft. And like I said, I did this book many years ago when I first started in cyber. So I don't really, I mean, it's all coming back to me, but I don't really remember using any of these tools too much because it's been a long time. It's been at least 5 years since I've looked at this book. So I don't know. We're gonna have fun, and that was HackTheFile. It's good to be back. Oh man, I'm so excited to be back, and like I said, I've been real busy, but we're gonna get back on track and get back into this cyber and this hacking. All right, I'll see you next time.